Hi there, welcome to Grandma's Home Place. Today is an exciting day. I'm not cleaning, I'm not building anything, I'm not repairing anything on Grandma's Home Place, but today I'm going to get ready for a luncheon. My sister and two of her college roommates are going to be traveling up this way on their way to Pigeon Forge. So they're going to stop by here and I'm having a luncheon for them. So I'm going to show you what I do to prepare for a very simple, easy, quick, inexpensive luncheon to serve the four of us and just give us a little bit of time to catch up and chat. And I know these two girls too for all these years that my sister has been friends with them. So it's going to be exciting and I'm looking forward to seeing them. So we're just going to jump right into it because I'm looking at my clock and I have about 3 hours to get ready, and it won't take that long, but I didn't want to rush, and I want to make sure everything is just so. So we're going to get right into it. I have been out to the garden already this morning, and I'm picking flowers so that we'll have flowers to set on the table, and I've got just a few more to strip. I'm stripping off the leaves of them because if you put leaves down in water, they get yucky, mold and mildew or whatever, and they don't last as long. So I'm just going to stick a few more of these in here, and we will have a beautiful fresh bouquet of flowers. I have so enjoyed this. Out of my garden, probably more than about anything else, I have enjoyed the fresh flowers that I've been able to pick. They've just been beautiful, and these are zinnias. I did have some dahlias, but they've done well, but not quite as good as these have, I don't think. And I don't claim to be a flower arranger. So I'm trying to just make it look full and pretty. I may have a few extras that I'm not going to put in, but that's not a problem because I do have another vase of them that I could stick them in just so I don't lose them and I can still enjoy them. These actually last when I have been picking them. I've been getting almost 2 weeks of enjoyment out of them. Sometimes I change the water out, sometimes I leave it as is, but I think these are going to be really pretty as a centerpiece on our table. So I'm stripping the leaves and then I'm cutting them kind of at an angle for them to fit down in the vase to soak up the water. All right, let's check it out. I think that looks pretty good. You want to make sure it looks good on all sides because I will have people sitting on both sides of the table. So I want it to look pretty all the way around. All right, there we go. What do you think? There's one side and there's the other side. That one looks like it's sticking out a little more. We'll just push it down a little. Yep. Okay, I think we're ready. That'll be ready for the table. So that's the first thing that we've got done. And now I'm going to clean up my mess of all the leaves that are in the sink. And I've got 3 more that I'll stick in another little vase. And I'll be right back with you. All right, this is my dining room. I'll give you just a little panoramic view. We look out, I've got the big windows across the back and then one on the end of the house. There's the table. It seats 6 people. You sort of see the living room through there. There's an opening, and then I've got a little buffet table to the side. And that's kind of the dining room. So what we're going to do is set the table and get it all ready for our girls. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is put a tablecloth on the table. Normally I use placemats, but today I'm going to use a tablecloth because I want it to look extra pretty and nice, and it's just fun. So this tablecloth, whenever you put your tablecloths on, you want to make sure they're not all wrinkled. I usually iron mine right after I wash it, and then it's always ready when I'm ready for it. It'll have a little bit of the fold marks, but usually that works out fine. You can kind of spread it out. Okay, the tablecloth is on. Now the next thing, I'm going to set the plates. And I love these little plates that I have. They're a small size, not very big, but for what I'm serving, they're going to be perfect. And they, show you a little closer view. They kind of have like a little handle on each side, and it's a little bit rounded on the edge what I'm serving. And I'll tell you that in a little bit. It just works perfect. I got these at Pop Shelf. If there's a Pop Shelf, I'm not getting paid by them, and I'm actually aggravated with them because we had one here in town, and it stayed, I don't know, maybe 3 years, and then they left. I even wrote an email to them and told them how disappointed I was because I really love that store, especially for houseware kind of items, decorating things. Anyway, I'm tickled with these plates, and I use them. I really use them every day. But that's what we're going to use. So since there will be 4 of us, I'm going to put us 2 over that side and 2 on this side. So that way we'll have conversation together. And these are blue. They kind of match the tablecloth. All right. The next thing is we're also going to have a salad. And so I use just these little glass, honestly, I can't remember where I got them, but just a little glass salad bowl. When you have clear glass like this, it matches everything. So whatever your china pieces or pattern pieces look like, and you need an extra bowl for a salad, these are perfect. And they're just a little square glass dish, and I love them. So I will put that. I'm going to angle it kind of to that side. It may not be all the proper where everything is supposed to go, but personally, I like to have my water glass or drinking glass to the right because I'm right-handed. I guess if you were left-handed, it would be opposite. And, you know, people can switch things around, but for now, that's how we're going to do it. And then I don't have cloth napkins that really match everything, and everything doesn't have to be matchy-matchy. So when you're doing a luncheon, even if your dinnerware doesn't match or your bowls don't match, that's perfectly fine. The bigger thing is the quality time together when your people are there. So as long as everything is clean is a necessity. It really doesn't matter if everything matches. But today I'm trying to match. So because I don't have cloth napkins, I will use what I usually use all the time, just a good old paper napkin. And instead of just laying it out, I am going to fold it into a little triangle, and I'll put my fork on there. So I'm just going to fold it like so. Okay, there you have it, little triangle. And then the napkin does always go to the left side of your plate. So we'll put it to the left. That actually looks pretty. And the white, you know, just a paper napkin, it really does look pretty against the tablecloth. And so don't stress if you don't have a cloth napkin. You don't have to have cloth. They are nice, they are pretty, but hey, this is not to be fancy. Good gracious, it's just a few little friends getting together, and it'll be fun. I'm excited about it. All right, my next thing, we have our plates, our salad bowl, and the napkins. So now we need our silverware. Well, I am going to go a little fancier on this because when my mom passed away, I was able to get her silver, and I have used it a few times. I don't use it as much as I should. You know, even for myself, I'm here by myself, and sometimes just for that extra special feeling, pull out your good stuff, even if it's just you, even if it's you and you have a husband, or if you got a few friends over. those little details really go a long way in making someone feel special. And what I want to do is make my sister and her friends feel very special today. So this, let me show you, if I don't drop it. This is my mom's silver. Of course, it's in a wooden box. Whoop. And it has a little felt covering over it. I wish it had a top, but it doesn't. So I'm going to put out the silver. I'll just put it here on the corner. First, we'll do the forks. The fork will go, I always put mine on top of the napkin. You can put the napkin beside the fork. I like it on the fork. I'm just going to do it that way. That's the way I was taught and how I always do it. So I'm putting the fork on top of the napkin. That looks pretty. Next, we're going to do a knife. We don't actually need knives with what I'm serving, but it looks pretty, so I'm going to put it out anyway. The knife goes on the right side of the plate, and the blade part goes in toward the plate. That's how you lay the knife down. We have the dinner fork. I have that close to the plate. Then the salad fork on the outside. The knife on the right side closest to the plate with the blade turned in. And then we just need a spoon. Okay, and so then the spoon is going to go beside the knife with, like, keep them level at the tip of them. I'll show you a close-up in just a minute. Again, it may not be exactly like it's supposed to be etiquette-wise, but I think it's pretty close, and it looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to show you what the place setting looks like. So there's our place setting. All right, so the final touch that we need a centerpiece, and I don't like a centerpiece that is too tall that you can't talk to the people on each side. So of course we're going to put our beautiful little flower arrangement that we picked this morning as the center. It actually looks more spring than anything, and it's fall, but that's okay. There's our table all set. Now, I'm going to show you and tell you what we're going to have. Let's go back to the kitchen. Okay, what I'm serving for our luncheon is so easy. And this is something that if you keep on hand and you have unexpected guests and you would like to feed them, I'm talking within 15 minutes, you could have the whole meal cooked and prepared and ready to serve. So what we're having is spinach and ricotta ravioli. And so let me tell you first what it is. So this is the brand that I like, Rana. Not sure how to pronounce it, but this serves, it says 2.5 servings per container. About a cup is a serving. And really, when you have a cup of the pasta, you're going to be pretty full. But for 4 of us, I got 2 bags of it. And it cooks in, like it says, boil your water, 4 minutes. Like, it takes 4 minutes to cook. So I won't even put this on until they're here because it's going to cook so quickly. And I've just got this big pot. This one my sister-in-law gave me several years ago. Don't know where it came from, but I love it. And the lid has got little drainage holes. I'm not sure if you can see those little drainage holes. And you turn those drainage holes to the pour spout, and it's got these little things. This is great for spaghetti too. After it's cooked and you're ready to drain the water, you just simply drain the water off. So we're having that, and we're going to do a salad. So I have my salad bowl, and I've got these are just little salad tongs. I probably from Walmart. It's the best I have. A pretty salad bowl. And to make life easy, I buy these boxes of lettuce. This is green and red leaf lettuce, and I love it because it's very crunchy and it's really so delicious. This is pre-washed, no pesticides and all that good stuff. I got it at Ingles at my grocery store, but you can find this, I know, at every grocery store. Make it simple for yourself. So I have 2 of these, and what I'll do when the time comes, I'll probably do this ahead of time because this I can to make the salad. I'm going to flat dump these into my salad bowl. I don't know if you saw, yesterday I went to my garden and I harvested little tomatoes. They're not all ripe and ready, but the ones on this side have been picked an extra day. I will not put cayenne pepper in the salad. I might do some of these little sweet bell peppers that I also grew in my garden. They're just really delicious. So in our salad, we'll have, I'm going to keep it simple because not everybody likes everything in their salad. Going to be simple. I'm going to have lettuce, fresh tomatoes from the garden. I'm going to put cucumber and maybe a little touch of the bell pepper sprinkled around. And then salad dressings. We've got the ravioli and the salad. And then I bought some of the garlic breadsticks. I think they take like 7 minutes in the oven to, all I got to do is warm and brown. They're in the freezer. And I think you keep them frozen until it's time to cook them. So I'll put those in the oven, put them in a pretty bread basket. When we're ready to serve, I'll put oh yeah, and over the ravioli, I'm going to, hold on, I'll show you what I'll use there. I don't know if it'll take 1 or 2 bottles, but I particularly like the Newman's Own marinara sauce. This one is tomato and basil. So I will take and put this in a little pot and just heat it up. And my plan, let me just show you what I'm going to do. I have this beautiful pottery bowl that a friend gave to me. So I will put my pasta in here, and then I'm going to pour the sauce, the marinara sauce, on top of it. And with a big serving spoon, everybody can serve themselves and get however much they want. So this will be on the table. The salad bowl filled with wonderful, crisp, fresh salad will be on the table. And then I'll have just the basket of bread. And that'll be our luncheon, and I hope that it's delicious. I've had it so many times before, and it always turns out good. My sister was determined. She was bringing a cake. She loves to bake, so I just let her. So that will be our dessert. So there we have it for the setup. And now I will do a few other little things. I'm looking at my clock. I still have 2 hours. Wow, I could do a lot of extra little things and details and make it fun. I'll probably put on a little bit of soft jazz music to play in the background because I can do that on my streaming on TV. You also, if you have an Alexa, I don't want to say it loud because she'll hear me. She plays good soft jazz, or I think I tell her play smooth jazz, and just a little background music I think is also very nice. Oh, and to drink, well, I didn't even tell you that. Hold on. All right. I forgot one very important detail. You know, you have to offer something to drink. So I have made up a gallon of sweet tea, and then I will also have a pitcher of water. And I'm thinking I'll pour up my tea in this, and I will also put these on the table and everybody could just pour their own. So we'll put tea in this one. And then I have this cute little pitcher, and we'll put water with ice in it. I thought I had lemon because I love to put a slice of lemon on the top. It just makes the water look fresh, but I don't have. So this will be just ice water in here. And then I will go ahead and put the glasses, just a simple glass. I will put these on the table. And also I will offer, because I love it myself when I have an Italian type dish, I have wine, both red and white. So I won't yet put the wine glasses out because I don't know for sure if they want wine, but it will be offered. So there we go. There's another little detail. that I like to do, and it's over here on my little buffet table. But I do have this little lamp. Get it flipped on. That I so love. It's made out of a wine bottle. Let me give you a closer look. It is the prettiest and cutest little thing. My brother made it. He made all of us one year for Christmas several years ago, and his wife put like a little fringe on the shade. They bought this shade, and she put a little fringe on it, and he put the light kit on it, and I just love it. So we'll have that on for an extra little detail. So now we just wait for the girls to get here. I'll do up these other little things and have everything right ready to cook and to go so that we can enjoy the most time together that we can. And I'm really excited about it. And I hope you will think about having friends over or family, or even just for you or your husband, these kind of little fun things every now and then just make you feel special, and it's fun. Men don't really care about it, I don't think, or most men don't. Maybe there's some that do, but it's just a fun thing, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the girls being here and spending just a little bit of time as they stop by on their way to Pigeon Forge for a few days to have fun. So thanks for joining me. I hope you'll do this and pull out your finest and just make it fun. If you haven't subscribed or liked this video or other videos, oh, my heart says thank you to all of you who have. You helped me so much. And for those of you who do watch and come along with me each day with all the many different things we do on Grandma's Home Place, thank you. Y'all have a really great day, a blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for joining. Bye.